Welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat. I am Pastor Pat, the pastor of St. John's United Church of Christ in Weldon, Spring, Missouri. This is my weekly video blog and what I'm thinking on Thursday as we're approaching Sunday morning worship. This coming Sunday is Sunday, May 18th. It's the fifth Sunday of Easter. The text for today, or the text for this week, it's from the book of Acts. It's chapter 11, verses 1 through 18. I'm enjoying doing Acts this month because our Tuesday morning Bible study is also covering Acts as well. So I'm choosing the Acts passages from the lectionary during this month. Acts 11, 1 through 18. This is Peter's vision of the sheet descending from heaven, and there's all sorts of unclean animals on the sheet. And Peter hears a voice from God saying, "Kill and eat." And Peter says, "No, I won't eat it. I won't defile myself by eating these unclean animals." And Peter hears a voice from God saying, nothing I create is unclean, essentially. And this happens 3 times. And this vision is actually used to apply to Gentiles, not that Gentiles are safe to eat, but that Gentiles were considered unworthy of preaching to. The church at that time was concentrating on preaching the gospel to Jewish people. And now, after this vision, Peter affirms the fact that the church is now ready to engage with Gentiles and preach the gospel to Gentiles, and in prayer that they would become believers as well. The Sunday is also graduation Sunday, and it is, most importantly of all, not to downplay graduates, but it's confirmation Sunday as well. And we have 2 very special young people who will be confirmed on Sunday and become members of the congregation. And so we're really looking forward to that. So please join us on Sunday in that celebration. And if you're not familiar with confirmation, because you had a different background, or you're not sure how the United Church of Christ celebrates confirmation, in the Catholic Church, confirmation is actually a sacrament. It's that special. Protestant mainline denominations do it a little differently, and so I know some churches that do confirmation for 3 years. Other churches I've heard of do confirmation in 3 weeks. So it really varies. And the UCC Church doesn't have a standard way of doing it that it needs to follow. But be that as it may, it's just going to vary in what church you go to. But essentially what confirmation is, for those who might not be familiar with it, it is one of 2 things. It is either a class that prepares someone for baptism if they were not baptized as as an infant or a younger person. If they haven't been baptized yet, it's preparing them for the gift of the sacrament of baptism. Or if they were baptized as infants, these are classes so that they can confirm those baptismal vows themselves, the vows that were made on their behalf by their parents. Now that they've reached an age where they can take those vows on themselves and decide what it is they believe about God and about Jesus Christ, they can make those and take those vows on their own. You also become a full voting member at St. John's at confirmation as well, too, or you can choose to. Now, for me, I was confirmed Lutheran. The process was 2 years. We had to memorize the catechism. The catechism is basically, for those who aren't familiar, just a bunch of questions. What do we believe about the 10 Commandments? What do we believe about the first commandment? And there's answers. And to memorize sections of the catechism and the Apostles' Creed and the Nicene Creed, as well as prepare a statement of faith and things like that. It was a difficult class, 2 years. I got pretty sick of it after the end of 2 years. And also it was First Communion as well. And we all had white robes and little boutonnieres. And I remember in the photo, my confirmation class photo, and it was still there. I went there about 5-6 years ago to that church. And my confirmation class photo was still there. And there's about 3 other boys there, and I was the only boy in that group who didn't have a dip in their lips. It was a very rural church in the middle of Nowhere, Minnesota, and a lot of those young boys loved their chewing tobacco. And I was the only one in that picture who didn't. But anyway, comment below. I'd like to hear your confirmation stories. Were you confirmed? If you were, where did it happen? And what do you remember about the confirmation process? I know for a lot of people, it's very different. So comment below. Make sure you like the video as well, too. Join us for worship, 10 a.m. every Sunday morning, here in person or right here on Facebook Live as well. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.